Alien corpse row deepens as Peru launches criminal probe into how non-human bodies left the country as experts who reveal them in Mexican Congress insist he has done nothing illegal. Well, I don't think so, buddy, because I believe these are human remains. Goes on to say, as investigator who presented non-human bodies to Mexico's Congress has insisted he did absolutely nothing illegal, as Peru has launched a criminal probe into how the alleged aliens left the country. And that's a good question. How did he get them out of the country? Where did they come from? Are these human remains? Did he dig them up? Did he smuggle them out? Did he have the right permits, the right paperwork? We don't know. It goes on to say, but most in the scientific community aren't so sure, suggesting that they are a part of an already debunked, perhaps criminal stunt. Okay, and we'll get to that later. Claims they were found around 2017 in Peru near the pre-Columbian Nazca lines, a mysterious set of geoglyphs. Geoglyphs. Now, referring to the Nazca line. So we're going to get to this criminal probe later. There's so many layers to this story. It's just absolutely crazy. The plot thickens. And, I have a lot to say about this because I'm sorry, guys. I do think this is nothing more than an elaborate hoax, okay? An attempt to take advantage of the UFO community, the world really, in order to make money. And there are, legal questions at hand here. How did he get the bodies out of Peru? Again, did he have the proper paperwork, the proper permits? All the things you have to do to exhume remains, possible human remains. Okay, let me just give you my 2 cents right off the bat in case most of you don't make it through the whole video. This is the most important part. I want to make sure you know where I stand on this. I think this is an absolute joke. It's an embarrassment to the UFO community. I think Jaime Maussan, however you want to pronounce it, is nothing more than a hoaxer, a fraud, and a grifter. And anyone going along with this nonsense, you're just trying to make money or gain a following. And that's really what the UFO community has come to. Nothing but a bunch of charlatans, grifters, and hoaxers. I know these people personally. The people that you see in documentaries are friends of mine, people with millions of subscribers, people on the History Channel. Okay, I talk to them on a daily, weekly basis. You guys know this, and I can tell you, most of them are nothing but grifters, okay, hustlers. They're in it for one reason only, the money. In this case is no different. This is a hoax, and we'll prove it. In fact, in this video, I'll provide a lot of evidence, a lot of proof. I mean, you can make your own mind up. I think it is something old and unique and fascinating, but what it is not is little green men from outer space. Okay, so I just want everyone to be clear, or I just want to be clear to everyone, as to where I stand on this particular case. I think it's a joke, and it's like tabloid level nonsense. Okay, this is the kind of crap that you're going to see in the tabloid magazines when you're checking out at the grocery store. Okay, complete, utter bullshit. All right, let's back up a little bit. So, of course, this man, Jaime Maussan, whatever, goes in front of the Mexican Congress with these two beings. I don't know what to call them, bodies, dolls, whatever they are, chicken bones, we don't know. Okay, and says that they are 1,000 years old. They have 3 fingers. They have eggs inside of, one of them has eggs inside of the body. Insinuating, reproductive ability. Now, he doesn't ever call them ETs, extraterrestrials. We'll get into that more later. Right there, you see these metallic implants. So we got 3 fingers, metallic implants, eggs inside the body. I mean, all of this craziness. Now, of course, the obvious question, right? The chain of events is, where is the proof? Okay, he says that he sent a sample to this college or whatever it was, and they did the carbon dating testing, and so they were 1,000 years old. But then the college or whoever, I believe it was a university, comes out and says, but wait a minute, we didn't take the samples ourselves, meaning Mr. Maussan, whatever, sent the samples to them. Okay, so that's highly suspect right there. Okay, that they're testing samples and they have no idea if they did or did not come from these objects, because right now that's what they are. We don't know what they are. Okay, that's just highly suspect in my opinion. Okay, Ryan Graves, he's there. Remember, he testified in front of the American Congress with David Grush and Commander Fravor, and he comes forward and absolves himself of all of this. He said, look, this is basically a disgrace, and I'm separating myself from all of this. I don't want any part of this stunt. And we'll read his quote that he put out on Twitter. So you have all this going on, and this has seemed to backfire on this ufologist, okay? And thank God it did, because far too often these guys get away with these stunts, okay? Now, again, what I think, as I said in the beginning, I think this is probably something very old, probably sacred to a lot of people in different countries. I don't know. And I think he's using this to pass it off as some type of alien to make money. There's going to be book deals. He'll make the UFO circuit. There'll be documentaries. I mean, look, this is a gold mine, okay? But I think it backfired on him, and thank God it did. And also, another little piece of controversy surrounding this case is now the university that did the carbon dating testing and examined all the scientific evidence. Now they think that Jaime Maussan, used samples from the beings found back in 2017 near the Nazca lines. And we're going to go over that report. Okay, I do have that report. So that's the allegations. Not only did he, illegally remove these from the country, did he dig up bodies possibly? I mean, so many laws have been broken, but now they're claiming he's using fake samples from the beings found back in 2017, November, I believe it was. I remember when that happened. Okay, so, I mean, there's just so much controversy and red flags tied to this case. All right, so I want to hop over to Twitter for just a second here. Okay, so I can read you what Ryan Graves had to say about this. Okay, let me see. Let me find it here. I think it is right here. Okay, let me click on this. Okay, now remember, this is Ryan Graves. Okay, he testified in front of the American Congress with Commander Fravor and Dave Grush. Okay, he says, after the U.S. congressional UFO hearing, I accepted an invitation to testify before the Mexican Congress, hoping to keep up the momentum of government interest in pilot experiences with UAPs. Unfortunately, yesterday's demonstration was a huge, step backwards for this issue. My testimony centered on sharing my experience and the UAP reports I hear from commercial and military aircrew through ASA's Witness program. I will continue to raise awareness of UAP as an urgent matter of aerospace safety, national security, and science. But I am deeply, this is the most important part, I am deeply disappointed by this unsubstantiated stunt. Wow. I mean, that's powerful. He says, I am deeply disappointed, by this unsubstantiated stunt. And that's what he's referring to this whole thing. It's a stunt. It's a hoax. And he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed that, he's a part of this, right? That they made him a part of this. And, I think he feels that his credibility has been compromised, right? Like, who's going to take me serious with this tabloid nonsense? Okay, so, honestly, I feel bad for the dude. I think he just got roped into it. And, now he's trying to just separate or put distance between himself in this story. So, well, good job for him, so I applaud his honesty. So hopefully, people give him a pass, because I don't think he knew that he was getting, or what he was getting into. When I said earlier that I thought that the samples that were used, okay, for these two recent discoveries were from 2015, 2017, this is what I was referring to. If you guys don't remember, I just wanted to show you this just to kind of refresh your memory. Okay, now what am I referring to right here? Welcome to the official website dedicated to the study of the now famous case of the Nazca three-fingered mummies discovered in 2015. Okay, now this website, I thought about making an entire video kind of going over it. They've done an amazing job at breaking all of this down. I mean, they have all the reports, the carbon dating, the x-rays, just everything you can think of this case back in 2017, November, I believe it was. But again, I think, okay, and rumor has it that Jaime Maussan, well, however you say his damn name, okay, I know people pronounce it different. I think he took samples from these two, and he's trying to pass off the current two as these two, basically. And, that's kind of the allegations he's being, faced with right now. So let me know what you think. Everything you need to know about the alleged, keyword, aliens' appearance. Small bodies, three-fingered hands, and a strange elongated skull. Age, more than 1,000 years old. Found in the city of Cusco, Peru, 2017. Preserved in a Peruvian mine. DNA unknown. Additional info. Their internal cavities contained rare minerals and eggs. Okay, what was claimed? Now, you guys can hit pause. I don't want to read this whole thing. He told politicians that the strange little corpse, which were displayed in satin-lined makeshift coffins, had been found in the city of Cusco, Peru in 2017. Wow. Maussan, whatever, also testified under oath that almost a third of their DNA was unknown, and the specimens were not part of our terrestrial evolution. What? I mean, all this word salad, all this wordplay. Okay, he goes on to say, X-rays had been shown to have eggs inside. The ufologists also claimed that the remains had been studied and radiocarbon dated by scientists at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM, which shown them to be more than 1,000 years old. And there's a lot of debate and a lot of controversy about that statement. Okay, and I thought this was also important, okay? She also stressed that scientists would need a more advanced technology than the X-rays claimed to have been used to determine if the allegedly calcified bodies were indeed non-human. Because remember, Jaime Maussan said that, they took X-rays, DNA samples. And of course, we haven't seen the actual results. They have not been made readily available to the public, of course, because that is the nature of the UFO world. But, we just have what we have. Okay, in 2015, he claimed that a different mummified body found near Nazca in Peru was also an alien, only for this to be debunked when it was later to be shown as a human child. Okay, so what is the truth? Well, the fundamental problem with Maussan's claims is that these so-called alien mummies have already been debunked by scientists 2 years earlier, or 2 years before he presented them to Mexico's Congress. One of them was found to have a thigh bone where its upper arm bone should be, while its head was thought to have been created from the rear part of a llama or alpaca skull. So basically a hybrid of animal bones is what I'm reading here. One of them, let me read this again. One of them was found to have a thigh bone where its upper arm bone should be, while its head was thought to have been created from the rear part of a llama or alpaca skull. That is insane. So, okay, again, these beings, aliens, dolls, whatever they are, they were presented to the public back in 2017, and basically he just brings them before the Mexican Congress and says, hey, look what I have. Crazy. Okay, so in closing, what do I think this is? I think this was just something made by a past civilization, some culture from the past, with these rare metals, these precious metals with the eggs inside to represent birth and rebirth and birth and life. This was probably some sacred thing that they displayed for some type of ritual, perhaps, or, something like that. Okay. And I think that's what it is. It's an incredible historical find or discovery, but it's not ET and it's not alien. And it drives me insane that the UFO community, everything has to be aliens. I mean, it's already been debunked, in fact, with chicken bones and llama bones. And, this thing is basically a hybrid put together by many different living things. And again, I think this is, maybe something they worshipped in the past, represented some type of god or something like that. All right, so there you have it. Now look, guys, hopefully we covered everything in this video. Also, I made this video over the past couple of days, so, different news was coming out every day, and I was trying to include different things at different times. So, forgive me if I didn't include anything, but I haven't really found anyone else breaking it down like this. Of course, everyone out there in the UFO field is simply putting this on their channel to make money, to get clicks, to get followers, to get subscribers. But, look, we do the real journalistic, boots on the ground, investigative work here, and hopefully I did it justice. And it's not an easy story to follow. And there's just a lot of confusion, a lot of twists and turns, a lot of things, breaking every day, and it's kind of hard to keep up with. So just leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is real? Do you think it's fake? Is it a hybrid? Is it maybe an I don't know? Let me know.